Hello, everypeoples. Welcome back to another episode of the Sketchpad, a little show where I interview random people because they're awesome and because some of them may or may not be my friends, or I just was lazy and went through my Skype contacts. I don't know. And today I have with me
Ink Rose.
Ink Rose, who is... I've actually haven't talked to you a lot, but I somehow have you on my Skype contacts. So, tell us about yourself.
I am an artist as well as a YouTuber and voice actress. Huzzah!
What hobbies do you have outside of what you usually do?
Pretty much video games. I love drawing, and if I don't have time to draw, I'll just play video games.
Like, which kind of video games?
Really depends. Like, I like playing League of Legends in my spare time, as well as Team Fortress 2, and a few other Steam games, sometimes emulators and stuff.
That's cool. I have like a few emulators, like for N64, Game Boy Advance, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I also like using Dolphin for GameCube games.
I have yet to figure out how that thing properly works. Are your parents alright with you being, a Pegasister?
Yeah, they're very supportive, and they're really helping with my Bronycon campaign sort of thing that I was doing. They're actually, one of them is going to be taking me to Bronycon, coming with me, so that's going to be really fun as well. My dad watches the show with me sometimes, and he enjoys watching with me. Though my mom doesn't really like the show, she still likes seeing all the stuff I'm doing online and stuff.
What got you into reviewing and how long have you been doing it?
Well, some of the first reviewers of the show I ever saw were Paleo and Golden Fox, and after those I checked out Brony and Brony Curious, and a combination of all four of those guys really inspired me to start doing what I was doing. At first, I didn't really do reviewing. It was more of headcanon stuff, which was first started by a response I did to Brony Curious's video Celestia Luna and the History of Equestria, which mine was a response to Brony Curious's Celestia Luna and the History of Equestria, in which I not only responded to his, but outlined my whole headcanon idea for the history of Equestria when it comes to Celestia, Luna, the elements of harmony.
And that's gotten you, pretty far now. You've got, I believe... I remember saying, oh, yeah, she's got, 15,000. It's 70,000, isn't it?
I've got over 2 million views on that video, and I've gotten, and I'm almost up to 50,000 subscribers at the moment.
50,000. Okay, my bad. Last time I checked, it was 70,000. I'm like, wait a minute. That can't be true.
That's closer to Digibrony from what I've seen anyway. He's at, 80,000?
Yeah, that's probably who I was thinking of. My apologies.
Yeah.
How did you become a Pegasister, and how long have you been one?
I first became a Pegasister when I was 5 years old, and I got my first G3 My Little Pony toy.
Wow, we're going back to Gen 3 for this.
Yes. I liked the toys a lot when I was a kid. I had my little Pinkie Pie's cotton candy party house or whatever, and then my favorite one was always Rainbow Dash, because I just loved her colors and her mane and stuff, and I loved brushing her hair. I also had the little Butterfly Island playset and stuff, but then I kind of grew out of it. I mean, I watched some of the show and I was like, no, this is not how I like Rainbow Dash being portrayed. I don't want her to sound like that and say darling all the time. That's dumb. That's stupid. And then as I got older, I saw one day when I was walking through Target that there were new packaging designs on the toys for the ponies, and I looked through them and I was like, wow, these designs on the packages for the characters, these vectors, are way, way better than the ones I was used to as a kid. They actually looked very streamlined and had a very elegant design, I thought, but I didn't really think too much of it until later when I was looking through the instant watch on our TV and I saw My Little Pony. The TV show is just kind of sitting there in the hub section, and I thought, well, I kind of want to test out this instant watch thing, and so the first episode I kind of pulled up was A Bird in the Hoof, and at first I saw Fluttershy caring for the animals. It was like, oh, it's just another little just like the old show where they're kind of cheesy and stuff. But then I kept watching and I was saw Rainbow Dash making faces at the guards and stuff, and I was like, wait, this is a little bit different. I mean, I didn't watch the whole episode, but I got curious, and later on I went back, and the first full episode I watched was Bridal Gossip, and that really kind of got me into the show.
I think for me, like the first ever episode I ever watched was Ghostbusters, and I only saw like the first 5 minutes of it.
Yeah, like I only really saw the first 5 minutes of Bird in the Hoof.
When did you make the decision to become, a Pegasus like reviewer? When did you create Ink Rose?
At first, Ink Rose was just, her name used to be Rose Breeze, actually, and I created her first on Pony Creator because it was before I was an artist, but I wasn't very good at all. I just wanted to use Pony Creator to kind of make a rough idea for what I wanted my pony to be.
Right.
Once I did, I decided to redraw her, and at first I used the exact mane and tail from the Pony Creator character, but the funny thing is, the way I got Ink Rose's current design was actually because I was in school one day doodling, and I wanted to draw Ink Rose, but I didn't have a reference for her, so I just kind of went along and made up a design that I thought kind of looked like what I remember from her, and that actually became her current design because it was different from the Pony Creator mane and tail, and I liked it being different.
Right. You wanted to kind of step away from like the cookie cutter sort of, characters.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's kind of what I did first too. So, what do you feel you bring to the table as a reviewer or analyst?
Well, the thing is, as I do some reviews, most of them are actually just collabs with people that are on their own channels. So I've done tons of review collabs and kind of like one solo review so far. But I think I bring to the table mostly just the way I love to headcanon things, and I just love making stories. I'm very much of a writer, and and the funny thing is, my fan fictions hardly get any attention whatsoever. Every single one has been rejected by Equestria Daily. So the only way my stories ever really have gotten attention is actually through YouTube and through me reading them, which I think might partially be because of people seem to really like my voice, and I don't know. That's the only way they've really got attention is from that. So.
All right. I got a little bonus question for you. Do you think there should be more female reviewers and analysts in, the fandom?
It kind of reminds me of the question, like, oh, do you think there should be more female scientists and stuff? The thing is that while I think that'd be really cool, it really just depends on what girls are interested. I mean, if girls aren't interested, then it doesn't really matter. It's just if a girl wants to do it, then sure, go ahead. There are actually quite a number of female analysts in this fandom, but they're just not as popular.
Why do you think that is?
Simply because not just some people just not enough don't get attention as much as others, and I don't know. Not only that, but some reviewers just haven't gotten as much of an audience. Maybe because there are a lot of other analysts out there, so it's kind of hard when new people come in because there's just so many to choose from.
Mm.
But the people that are very good do deserve more.
Has becoming a Pegasister made your work stronger?
Yes. Ever since I joined this fandom, I have noticed a huge leap in quality of my artwork. Ever since I've done so much with practicing just drawing ponies, I've been able to draw just about anything better because I have not only improved my talents with hand-eye kind of drawing, learning to use references properly, but I've also learned new techniques and how to create artwork on the computer and such. Like, ever since I've started, I've gotten myself a tablet. I've learned how to use Illustrator when it comes to vectoring and Photoshop when it comes to line art and sketching and stuff. So becoming part of the fandom, being inspired by the art style to make my own art has really improved just about every aspect of the way I work when it comes to art.
I think that's good. I think just about everybody I've talked to, they've said that, becoming a Brony or Pegasus has really stepped up their game. Do you consider yourself a reviewer or an analyst?
Both. I mean, I think reviewing is a type of analysis, so that's just my thoughts.
What is your favorite piece of fan work that someone has made for you?
I have received lots of fan art that I really like. Um, I mostly just get fan art, so I've gotten like a few pieces that have really stood out to me, like some of the winners of my contest that I held, the fan art contest, as well as some that I've gotten for my birthday, which I've really enjoyed.
Right. What's your favorite and least favorite episode of MLP?
My least favorite is the Owlicious episode with Spike. I couldn't stand that episode. The episode that I most like, I've always said it's Read It and Weep because the Daring Do, I've always adored Daring Do. She reminds me of Indiana Jones, of course, which gives me all sorts of nostalgia, and I just love the whole adventure genre in general. Sort of Tomb Raider genre sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I have to say I really do like just about every Rainbow Dash episode because she's my favorite. And I just like a lot of her episodes, except for like maybe Mare Duel or Rainbow Falls. But still, I just love all the color and awesome stuff put into every one of her episodes. And usually the animation in them is stunning as well. Like Sonic Rain Boom was amazing. And I have to say I do love a few of Rarity's episodes as well. She's never had a bad episode for me, although I didn't really like Rarity Takes Manhattan that much.
Right.
And what can I say? I love the season finales and openers a lot, but I don't really put them on my favorite episodes list because I don't know, I just kind of think of them as separate entities.
How would you explain the fandom to someone that's never even heard of the show or fandom?
I've had to do this several times, actually. Mostly I would say that it's just a fandom that celebrates a really good show that came out of that many people would think would be dumb because it's from a franchise that's pretty notorious for being, well, very kiddie and not very well thought out. But this show is actually very, very good and different, unique, beautifully done, well animated, well voice acted. The stories are usually very fun to watch and listen to. And the reason there's a fandom for it, and a lot of males or adults, females, anyone in general, there's such a wide audience, is because it was made to appeal for so many different kinds of people. It was and I would also say it's created by Lauren Faust, who also made Powerpuff Girls and Foster's, well, not created, but
Had a part in it.
Had a part of, Foster's and Powerpuff Girls. So that usually makes, even my cousin, when she heard that, she's like, okay, I'll give it a try.
Yeah, that's usually the excuse I go with. Like, hey, you remember the person who made like Powerpuff Girls and Foster's Home? Yeah, they made this. They're just like, oh, okay, cool. And then they come back to me like, you liar, it was ponies. Why you trick me into ponies? What pony resembles you out of the main six?
This is a question I have had myself, because as much as Rainbow Dash is my favorite, I don't think her personality represents me the most, because I've always had like a mix of characters. I think that Rarity resembles a lot of my artistic side and dramatic side when it comes to acting. And Fluttershy is kind of my shyer, kinder side, maybe, while Twilight is definitely my nerdy, fangirly side. But it's a bit of Rainbow Dash, too, because Rainbow Dash is a ton of a big fangirl as well, so, yeah.
If you had to pick one, though.
I guess it would be Twilight.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I see a lot of similarities between, like, Twilight and you.
Yeah.
So you've been to, like, conventions before and stuff.
Hmm.
What was your very first pony convention experience like?
It was last year's Fiesta Equestria. Um, well, it was either last year or the year before. I don't remember. I think it was last year, yeah. And it was really fun because I had used to live in California, and when I moved to Texas, I looked up pony conventions that were happening, and I saw Fiesta Equestria was in Houston, and I thought to myself, oh my gosh, I'll actually have a chance to go to a pony convention for the first time in, like, forever, literally. And when I first went there, I cosplayed as Daring Do, and it was really fun. I got to meet tons of people, and I had lots of fun going to the vendors hall. The vendors hall is literally my favorite place ever at any convention, even when I don't have money.
Just
Because I
kind of,
love...
just kind of like looking at all the awesome stuff that people make.
Exactly. Like, man, Bronycon's vending hall is going to be magnifique, and I cannot wait. Um, And I also ran a few panels there, actually. I ran a panel kind of talking about my webcomic Shapeless Sun, which is now canceled, unfortunately, because I just don't have the time to do it. And I was also on an artist panel, and I think that's about it. I think I was on about 2 panels, yeah.
All
Artist
right.
panel, Shapeless Sun panel, something like that, yeah.
And now you're going to Bronycon, so who are you really looking forward to meeting, like face to face?
Just about everyone that I've met in the Brony community and who I have yet to meet, but I've always wanted to meet. Um, I have seen Andrea Libin before at Fiesta Equestria, but it's going to be great to see her again and maybe actually talk with her. I also can't wait to meet like the people who made the MLP comics, like what's her name,
Andy,
Andy
Andy Price,
Andy Price, and the
Katie
writer,
Cook.
Katie Cook, yeah. It's going to be fun meeting them. I can tell from their comics that they're probably really fun people. And, oh man, it's going to be great to see Sibsy there, too. But some of the analysts I'm looking forward to seeing is not only you, because I know you, so it's going to
Aw.
be great seeing you there, but also Josh Scorcher and Brony Curious and DigiBrony, of course, and Kim Possible. I love Kim Possible a lot, and Golden Fox, and Golden Fox is coming.
No, Golden Fox is not, sadly.
Oh, darn.
I know. It's just like
Did he come last year?
I don't think he did. I think he came out for like what was it? L.A. Equestria or something.
Okay. Well, I think Dr. Wolf is coming, right? Because I
Yes.
can't wait to see him too. I can't wait to see everyone who's coming because when you think about it, all any of us have ever done is contact through chat and through Skype calls. So
It's gonna be
it's
really
gonna be...
great, I
Oh
think.
man, I can't believe this is actually happening because I'm so thankful to everyone who helped, and I
So I'm
can't
gonna
wait.
start. Okay, for people that are listening, I'm gonna start a thing on like Twitter if you have Twitter. Hashtag BroNalysisCon. Let's just make it that because there's gonna be so
Ah!
many reviewers there. It might as well be called that.
Yeah, Bronycon Con instead of Bronycon because that's what people are coming for, right?
Yes, all of you are coming to see us, hopefully.
Yes.
Oh, if we had more than like 2 panels, hell, if we had like a complete like Brony reviewing con run by ourselves, it actually probably would be a slight step up from DashCon.
Probably.
We'd at least have somewhat of a budget.
And maybe not a Pewden ball pool.
Oh, but come on, we'd have to have a giant ball pool. We could like invite everybody, and
Oh, I
then
guess you're right.
we could have like a whole room that's just nothing but a ball pit. We could just throw everybody in
Uh,
there.
yeah.
All right. What are you excited for with season 5?
Ooh, man. I hope Rainbow Dash finally gets a song. Ah! And I'll sing it to my heart's content. My dream was for Luna to have a song, but now that and I want Celestia to sing more, and I want Cadence to sing more, and I want all the princesses to sing more, because I loved their song in the season finale, and I love it so much, and it made me cry almost, because it was beautiful. And
Speaking of which, who is your favorite princess?
Princess Celestia. Yay.
You're the first. Almost everybody I've known has always said Luna, and now you're the first one to say Celestia. I applaud you.
Thank you, finally. I know, everyone says Luna because she's like, I don't know. But for the Celestia is my favorite, hands down. I am excited for another Rainbow Dash episode because I like Rainbow Dash episodes. And I hope so much that Luna and Celestia get their own episode, or maybe Cadence or somebody, like just a princess episode, maybe with Twilight, like learning some of the duties at the castle or something. But I just want an episode focused around the princesses, especially Celestia and Luna, because they really need some more screen time together, especially too.
What do you think keeps you going, and what motivates you to create more?
Not only do I get inspiration from tons of music as well as the fandom itself and their artworks and fan fictions and things, but also by my fans who like keep encouraging me and give me some ideas and stuff. So those are usually the main things I get from others' creations. I mean, even outside creations can inspire me from other fandoms. And like I usually get very inspired by orchestral music as well. I kind of make stories in my head as I listen, so
Well, that's good. I think any kind of music, like for me personally, always helps. It always like sets the mood for like what I'm writing anyway.
exactly. Like when I was writing my Origins of Queen Chrysalis Part 2, I just kept like these few songs that I really felt fit the mood kind of replaying as I wrote the different scenes and such.
Do you have any tips for not just like reviewers but also artists?
Mm, the thing, even if you're a the thing is, many reviewers, like very beginners, don't realize that you've there are some things you just have to have if you want to succeed as a reviewer, analyst, anything, when it comes to making videos. Number one, you may not have to have a good mic, but you have to have an engaging voice, and you just have to be, easy to listen to. And you have to have personality in your voice as well. Number two would be, it's all right editing with Windows Movie Maker and and iMovie and stuff, because trust me, I've edited some of my videos in iMovie. Unfortunately, I had to. But uh, it's always a very good idea, even if you are using editing programs such as that, to just have something that is engaging and fun and can make your viewers feel like they're being listened to and appreciated, and that they're not being like insulted in any way. And you just want to, I guess, see, I don't really have much advice outside of that. Just try to be engaging. That's just my biggest, and just, if you have a good idea for a video, then make it, and always listen to critiques that seem fair to you.
So if you weren't Ink Rose, like, as, awesome and fabulous as you are now, if you didn't become Ink Rose, where do you think you would be now?
I don't think I would have nearly the art experience I have right now. I'd probably suck at art a lot. And, I mean, I probably would still be very much into Star Wars. I'd probably be more of a Star Wars nerd. I mean, I still like it, but I'm more into ponies now. But, I mean, before ponies, I used to be a huge Lego Star Wars nerd, and I'd probably be still, like, into that, or maybe Star Trek or something. I don't know. Probably would have gotten into more sci-fi stuff.
I think it's really cool. I have a very soft spot for like sci-fi stuff. Here's a weird question. Okay, so I bet that like Ink Rose, like as the character, gets shipped a lot with like a lot of other like reviewers. Who is like the one like shipping you're okay
OTP.
with? Yeah, your OTP shipping.
It's Josh Scorcher. There.
Well, now
That's
it's out for everybody to see. Let the shipping commence again.
Though I have yet to see fan art of Silverquill and me. So Whatever.
That'll probably pop up somewhere too.
Someday.
Everybody wants to ship themselves with Silver Quill.
Stay away from him, Mage.
Oh, let's see. So we're going to have a little competition here?
I have no idea.
Last question. At the end of the day, when you decide to maybe finally retire, well, heaven forbid that happens now. When you'd finally decide...
I'm sorry, everybody. I'm too old to make videos now.
What, you'll be like 23 and you'll be like, I'm bored with this.
I got a job at Valve now, so ta-ta. And then I go and make video games.
Oh, that would be cool.
The end. Or I work at Disney and make movies. The end.
At the end of the day, though, when you finally retire, what do you want to be remembered for?
I want to be remembered for my art, actually, because that's what I really put my heart and soul into. And out of my videos, I would just say just the stories, because those are also, out of all my videos, I put my heart and soul into my little stories. And even if some headcanons are broken, which actually, as far as I know, I haven't read the Journal of the Two Sisters yet, but they said they were born alicorns somewhere in those, as far as I know. So take that, Tommy Oliver! I told you! Because out of all my headcanons, I just want them to be born alicorns. That's it. Okay. That's my one true headcanon that must reign true. Anyway, my stories. I just want to be remembered as a storyteller and an artist, basically.
Not as a reviewer?
Not really, because I just think my best work is my stories and my artwork. But I do love my reviews so much because I met so many people through them, and it's just really fun sharing my opinions on the internet, and I just love doing that too. But like you said, if there was one thing, it'd be my stories.
Okay, so that was Ink Rose, and
Yay.
I gotta say, this is actually really fun. I know a lot more about you now than I should. I'm looking forward to meeting you at Bronycon, of course.
Yay!
And you're gonna meet so many people. We're gonna have a giant Bronalysis takeover. We'll have a little flash mob.
Yeah, I've already bought the tickets. It's only a matter of time.
And she takes over the world, and then we're all screwed.
The adorable singularity, as someone once said.
But yeah, thanks for being here, and also people that are, well, obviously some of you must be subscribed. If you're not, please go subscribe, read her stories, look at her artwork, check out her review. She is a ink of all trades, I think.
Okay. See you, every pony.
Goodbyes.
Well, come see me at Bronycon. I'll probably cosplay as myself. Either that or I'll be Medic from Team Fortress 2 or something. I don't know yet. I'm still working it out.
And of course, come to the 2 reviewing panels that are there, Thoroughly Analyzing MLP and Brony Reviewing 101 The Next Generation.
Because I'm going to be in the audience. And it's going to be good.
I would have put you up on the panel, but we're all locked up. If I could, I would put every single reviewer on that panel, damn it.
Why do they only have a limit of 6 people?
I think it's because mostly they want to try to control how long it goes, and we only get a select amount of time.
Because I know Digi's brother's going to be on one of the panels. Anyway.
But yes, and check out her stuff, subscribe, do all the good stuff, subscribe to me, subscribe to her, subscribe to the world. Thank you, every pony, and subscribe to her. Most importantly, subscribe to her. She'll eat your soul.
And subscribe to you. Subscribe to your soul.